What's up, everybody? My name is Wolke. I'm a graduate here at Lincoln University, ex-Lincolnite football player. I have Coach Hoskin here, the head coach of the football team here at Lincoln University, and I'm here to shine the light as far as like what's going on through the whole football team and what Coach Hoskin is working towards and what is he trying to do as far as with the team. So I have Coach Hoskin here if he would like to introduce himself.
Yeah, I am Malik Hoskins, Coach Hoskins. This is my second year as the head coach here at Lincoln University. First year not having an interim tag. Happy to sit down with a former player. Always good to give back and get a perspective from somebody who's been through the fire, so to speak.
Awesome. It's awesome that he said from the perspective. But my ultimate goal, I want everybody to know, how's the season been going? And as far as right now, everybody don't know the whole process, everything that you had to go through as a head coach and all the struggles that you got to do. So I just want to shine a light on that. So yeah. I want to hear from your point of view so everybody can know.
Well, I mean, the season, being 0-5 is definitely not where you want to be. And with a program such as Lincoln, a lot of people say that, you got to take the moral victories. But I think Lincoln, for so many years, have been just settling for moral victories. So we're trying to turn those moral victories into actual wins. But it's a process. You have to get the kind of players on campus into your program who are going to buy into the program and actually help build this. It's hard. It's hard. Sometimes it's hard to put into words on what we have to deal with on a daily basis. But the one thing that we talk about daily is not making excuses, but bringing solutions. And so we're not going to make excuses for where we are. We're not going to make excuses for not having what every other program in the MIAA has when it comes to facilities, scholarships, training table, stuff of that nature. 12 coaches on staff. But those are just some of the things that we battle week in and week out. We're a young team. We're trying to build it the right way, trying to lay a foundation with a really good recruiting class that we had. But what's been the downfall for this program is, especially playing in MIAA, and we landed back in MIAA in 19, is we're having to play a lot of true freshmen. And if you're not mentally strong, as far as physically strong, it can be demoralizing playing in this league because everyone is big, everyone is strong. So we're having to play those freshmen. And in saying that, my battle daily is to make sure that they're in a good mental space because they're getting beat up. Those kids that we signed to the 21 class, probably 75% of them wouldn't have played this year. But because of our low numbers, because of the kids that we had to transfer out at the end of spring, they're forced to be on the field, whereas we would like for them to take a year, some even 2 years, before we'd even think about putting them on the field to play. But again, that's where we are. That's the history of this program. So this class in particular, they have to take the lumps until we can get to next year's class, and hopefully next year's class we can redshirt most of those guys and be able to sit them and get them bigger, faster, and stronger. Our goal moving forward is to tackle these last 5 games, be as competitive as we can, try and win, put a good product on the field, because everybody knows that it's hard enough recruiting here, and if you're not winning, if they're not seeing success on the field, you just don't have anything to attract them right now. So we want to put a good product on the field for the remainder of the year, go into the recruiting season, get some transfers, some junior college guys that can come in mid-year and be here for spring practice. Then we can add some leadership to this young group that we have.
I can't even imagine what you guys had to actually, deal with as far as like off-season recruiting. Now you guys are in season. You got to play all the freshmen. Now you got to actually. It's hard.
Well, this year is even harder because of the COVID waiver. That a lot of fourth and some fifth year seniors are granted another year, right? So we have 17, 18-year-old kids playing against 21, 22, and sometimes 23-year-old men that's been in a program for 3, 4, 5, 6 years, and it can be taxing on them mentally. It can be taxing on them physically. But again, I think we had a really good class, that class of 21. You never hear them complain. They know. I mean, I don't try to pull the wool over they know what they're facing. Now, it's a giant. This is truly David versus Goliath almost every week that we step on the field. But David was successful, so why can't we be? And that's our mindset. It's always a positive mindset. We never focus on what we don't have. We don't focus on the low numbers. We don't focus on the amount of scholarships. We don't focus on facilities, because at the end of the day, when we step between those like white lines, it's man versus man, or student athlete versus student athlete. It's just a lot of times your will to win can overcome a lot of deficiencies that you have, athleticism wise. So I have to be a psychologist right now more than a coach, because again, I got so many impressionable minds that if I say the wrong thing, or if I do the wrong thing, or something goes the wrong way, these kids, history says, they'll pack up and leave. And it's hard enough retaining kids here at Lincoln University, and in particular on this football team. So we're having to be smart as a coaching staff on what we're doing, what situations we're putting them in, and how we're reacting to some of the negative things that goes on.
That just follow up to my next question. As far as I was going to ask, the ultimate goal was to build up of what you have this year, and you just touched base on it. It's pretty hard to actually retain those kids if you're not having no W's or anything.
Yeah.
And I see it's been a big changes from the year that I was playing. You guys have the new slogan right behind you. It says WIN, what's important now. Last time I talked to you, you did tell me that the difference between this year's class was just that they together, and that was one thing that even my year, I believe that we was together at the beginning, and out of nowhere everybody started doing their own thing. So I just hope that that together stay together, where, because a lot of people are saying that, oh, Lincoln's losing now. So from what you told me, I'm like, yeah, I just hope that bond stays strong and it could build on versus going back down, having to rebuild again. That's the hard part.
It's it's not as strong as I would like, but it's definitely better than what it's been in years past. We came into camp with a whole lot of new faces, but as camp got started, and as camp went along, they started to gel, they started to get along. Please believe, just like any other family, they're gonna have their rifts, they're gonna have their spats, they're gonna fight, they're gonna do this, gonna do that, but they move on. They move on to the next day or to the next play or whatever. This group really enjoys being around each other. Oftentimes I go in the CAF and I see them all together. And I know it's been like that in the past, but you lead the CAF, they go their separate ways. But these guys they're always together. I see them walk in groups. Like in the past, they just walk in, everybody walk in by themselves. No accountability for getting your accountability partner here. And again, it's not where we want it, but by no means, no stretch of the imagination. But I think it's much better than what it used to be, just creating a closeness, a family-like atmosphere where, I have to be accountable for my brother and make sure that, I'm being positive when I need to be positive, and I'm getting on his butt when I need to get on his butt. But saying that, you still have your guys who are of the old culture, and they want to do things their way. But I can say that we have more guys, in particular the freshmen, that are doing it the way we want it done.
Right.
And it seems to be overcoming the old culture, which is great. So and anytime you can change the culture, that is the first step. If you can change the culture, you can start retaining the ones that you should and need to retain, and you can just continue to add to. So again, that's the charge for myself. That's the charge for the rest of this coaching staff is to make sure that when we bring guys in, when we go out to recruit, that we're recruiting guys who fit what we're trying to do, and not just getting a guy because he's whatever size or
Right.
he has whatever athletic ability. Because if he's a guy's going to come in, we got to chase him to be at meetings, we got to chase him to be at practice, we got to chase him to go to class. That's part of the old culture, and I just don't. I don't want to do that.
Right.
I want to build it, and I want to do it the right way. I just don't. I'm not trying to parlay this into something else. I truly have taken a strong liking to this university and this community, because I see what it can be. And if the university continues to allow me to build it the way that I know how, I plan on being here for a while, man.
Okay, that's awesome. Well, hearing it from you, it just says a lot, and it sounds more a touching, more of a connection, as in like, damn, it seems like you have a vision for what you want out of this. And me myself, my plan was to get out of here as soon as I graduated. So I've been involved with building community bridges. I don't know if you hear about it. We're right down the street. I started involving, me loving sports. They have boxing over there, but I love taking pictures, doing my thing. So I started doing that. As far as that, I got involved with them. Then they needed help as far as like coaching, helping out in the boxing area. Then I started helping out. So it comes out to be I'm the one that's running the whole facility in that area, organizing everything. And I see what you're talking about as far as like the culture of just not even just the student coming in. When they come in, how the area just sucked them in into like the mediocre average.
Yeah.
And I know how to feel. When I first came in from Florida, I was wanting it, then I got sucked into it. And I see how it is from looking in from the outside, as like, you could say, me learning about coaching and everything like that. I'm learning a lot more about, even, I know fighting and football is it's a different aspect, because it's one guy versus a whole team. You got way more guys you got to worry about.
Yeah.
So
it's a struggle. You talk about the culture and being sucked in, and that's a fight daily, man. That's because it's so easy to do it the wrong way. It's so easy to just follow the status quo. It takes a special person to always want to do it the right way, the way that they know that they're supposed to go, the way that they were taught. It takes a special person to do that on a daily basis. But again, once you change the culture and you establish more accountability, not only throughout the football team, but throughout the entire campus, you establish a little bit more accountability. You get them sucked into doing the right thing,
right,
as opposed to doing the wrong thing. Every campus, it's not just Lincoln.
Yeah,
they got people who they live for controversy. Misery loves company, and their daily charge is to wake up and pull somebody into their mess. But my goal is to first teach my guys, my young men, how to be good stewards and good people on campus, and then so they can in turn, branch out to any. It doesn't have to be a football player or an athlete or student athlete. It could be just a regular student, but to branch out and give somebody else what I'm trying to instill in them. So it's bigger than football. Don't get me wrong. Now I'm going to keep this job or lose this job based on the product that I put on the field.
Right.
But in the grand scheme of things, we're here to build young men that are going to be productive when they go out into this community or go back home to give back to the community where they're from. And so I want to win football games, and please believe I'm working my butt off to change this thing around and win football games, because this community, they want it. They deserve it. This university, they want it. They deserve it. The alumni, they want it. They deserve it. But at the end of the day, if I've touched, one life, and I've steered one life in the right direction. I've done my due diligence. I just want to make sure that I'm getting my roses while I'm still alive, as opposed to when I'm dead. But again, I'm not in it for accolades or anything like that. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I just want to make sure that, I guess I should have said, it'd be nice if I could, from 2 years from now, one of the kids that are on the team now, come back and say, hey coach, that one thing that you told me resonated, and it changed my life. That's why I'm in it. Well, and I see being a very, very positive influence, a very positive person on this campus, in this community, because it's so many ways that these guys can go, so many directions that they can go. I just want to make sure that we're giving them everything, all the knowledge that they need in order to make the right decisions and go the right way.
Yeah, and I see, and plus you had 2 students that graduated with their masters.
Yeah.
Graduated with their masters by you helping them out. They coming back as an alumni, supporting the team. And this is the big changes that you already installing, like you say, getting your roses, and you're not doing it for just to do it. It's just, it's, to me, it's just what's supposed to be done, and you're doing it. And I don't think Lincoln had that before. So as far as like student coming back, investing back to their school, investing back into Lincoln and stuff like that, as far as that. And I did overheard some students talking to the coach, just the conversation I heard, just overhearing it, because I could see how the new coaching staff, how he's connecting with the students and stuff. Instead of them, they know that they taking L's right now, but as far as that, they are focusing on the academic, just off that conversation that I overheard. So I already see that, how the football is always installing something. Yeah,
the energy in the coaching staff has to be 2 to 3 times better than the players' energy, because they're truly going to feed off of us, and the assistant coaches are going to feed off me. It's tough some days coming in here because I'm zapped mentally and physically, and when you're losing, it sucks the life out of you even more. But I wake up and I pray every morning. Before I go to bed, I pray every night, because I'm in such a great position, that there's so many coaches, 1, who are looking for work right now, 2, would give anything to be sitting here in the position that I'm sitting. I'm an African American head coach in a predominantly white football conference. 1 of 2. We just played against the other African American head coach in the conference. But this opportunity that I'm sitting here with, I promise you I don't take it for granted. So it hurts that, when I get midterm grades, I'm seeing F's. When we lose a game that I feel like we should have won, because I know the position that I'm in, and I'm not trying to parlay this into something else. I want to change it, and I want to do it right here. I want to be planted right here, because man, if we can have success in this conference that we're in, this is the best Division II football conference in America, and if we can have success, we can change how this university looks. Because if we win, man, that goes a long way with recruiting not only football players, but just regular students, because everyone wants to be a part of a winner. So if we can have success here, man, it just changes the whole outlook of the university. So I don't take this opportunity lightly, man. I'm in here grinding every day, trying to figure out how to make us better. How can I get us better? How what can I tweak in order to make my coaches better? What can I tweak in order to make these players better? What button can I touch? Because or press, because this thing here, man, it's bigger than Lincoln University football. we're right now, the athletic department, we're in a position where we can do something really special, and we can change the face of this university.
Yeah, and honestly, every conversation I get here, all around the whole the whole Jeff City area, this whole area, everybody just talk about Lincoln. Just what if Lincoln was this, if Lincoln was this, if Lincoln was this, if Lincoln was this. And even me, I talk about it, damn, if Lincoln was this, if Lincoln was this, then I'm trying to see, what could I do to also help out myself. And I do see what you're talking about, and I'm praying, and I hope to when they come back out here to be like, Coach, this is what we were talking about. That's crazy. You doing it.
Well, what if though? I mean, you think about it. What if Lincoln University football was one of the top teams in MIAA? What if the athletic department was one of the top athletic departments in MIAA? You think about it. What if we can turn that what if into a man, we did it.
This whole community is gonna be changing. It's even Jeff City is not gonna be Jeff City no more. It's just be. And to be honest, it's crazy. It's crazy because I like just you talking about it. Lincoln is Jeff. I'm not gonna lie, it is, because there's nobody else is talking about any other thing here. It is the center of Jeff. It makes Jeff. So
you're right. You hit it on the head. Lincoln University is Jefferson City. Good or bad?
Yep.
Good or bad. But, a better Lincoln truly means a better Jefferson City, Missouri. I mean, it's going to be proven. It's going to be proven. Now, do we want it to happen right now? Absolutely. Yeah. But the changes that we're having on top of the hill, the changes that are going on throughout the athletic department, man, we're going in the right direction. If we can be patient enough and do it the right way, and not try to get the quick fix, and then it'd be detrimental years from now if we do it the right way and build it the right way. Like I said, this city is starving for this institution to catapult it into a Columbia. Or something like that, man, because it can be a place where it should be easy to recruit here. There's so much to offer here with it being a capital city and the people that are in and out. It should be very easy to recruit here. But we got to do it the right way. We have to build it where they will want to come.
Right. And I pray and I hope to do anything to support that, even though I'm involved into a different area, which is the same area into investing back into the community. Even I remember I had one of your football players that came to the boxing gym that's like, I got to come to the gym. I was like, man, look, anything to advance your athletic on the field, you got to take advantage of it. Because if the whole community could invest into doing something and football team get involved with it, that's a plus for everybody. And I already know that you're doing your best and the coach is doing your best, everybody's doing their best. And that's why I came here too, because I know it's a slow build up. According from last time we speak, it's not expecting a spark to go now, because
and that's another thing with the generation. They want it's an entitled generation. What we're dealing with, they want it right now. They don't want to work for it. So again, that's another part of retaining them. Our retention process is that making sure that we recruit guys who will come in here to change things, not coming here looking for a conference championship right now. If that happens, great. But we have to recruit guys, and their mindset when they walk on campus is to change it, not get it right now.
Right.
And once we get there, I think we're moving in the right direction.
Yeah, and I think that's all. I think people need to hear, just to know that what you're doing and your ultimate goal as far as the changes that you want, and you're not here to just, like you said, take it lightly. You know what you got in your hands, you know the responsibility, and you know what you got to do. So I just want to make that aware of, me being an alumni, and I still love coming out here, just taking pictures and being on the sideline with the team. Even though those guys, I don't know them, not trying to say what's up to them.
Yeah.
Just like acting like, because no matter what year it is, as long as I come back, I'm still gonna feel like
it's a brotherhood, man.
Exactly.
So once you play one down out there,
Yeah.
once you run one wind sprint out there, you're part of a brotherhood.
Yeah.
And there's no other brotherhood like a football brotherhood.
Yep.
You know, so it's and it stretches from team to team.
Exactly.
So man, it's special, man. And again, we have to get these young men to understand, the opportunity that's presented before them, and I have to get them to not take it for granted, just as I don't take this job for granted.
Definitely. Well, thank you, Coach.
All right, bro.
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. I appreciate the opportunity to sit down with you, and if there's anything that I can do to help make your job easier, please don't hesitate to reach out to me.
Okay, that would be great. All right. Well, thank you, and we're here at Lincoln University, and I'm out.
Get it up.